FM 94, The Dark. It is that time again. It's time to get to know an artist we play here on The Dark. And this artist is very familiar with you listeners out there. In fact, they've invaded central Minnesota a few times, played at Halfway Jam just down the road. We're talking with Jesse James Dupree from the band Jackyl. Jesse, how you doing?
Doing great, my brother. Good to hear from you.
Hey, it's a lot of fun talking with you, and the cool thing, this is the first time I've had actually a chance to talk to you, but I remember playing your songs back in college 25 years ago when you guys just started. So I'm kind of excited about this, of course, with that first record and the Lumberjack, I Stand Alone, Down on Me, Dirty Little Mind. Give us the rundown of how Jackyl all started.
Well, we just came out of the bar scene in the, in the Southeast, and, we used to burn the road up and down, from Baltimore down to, Miami and over to Ohio and Indiana and such. And, just that we cultivated a great base of people that supported our brand of rock, and it warranted, whenever we had our songs right and everything, and the record company pushed the green button to put the records out, we had people that were waiting on it. So it all blossomed, organically, because, again, there's people out there that support our brand of music.
Like I said, I was at a college radio station at the time, and a lot of times that is how some of these bands really got started, was college radio. Do you remember those days back then?
Yeah. I used to do a lot of college radio interviews and such, and we actually used to play a good bit of colleges back in the time. They used to actually, colleges used to have, a passion for rock and roll.
Absolutely. Now, the question I have for you is, since you've been in the business so long, is how do these new artists get found? Back in the day, it was guys like myself at college stations and that. The industry has definitely changed over the years. I guess, what's your take on the industry today?
The audiences are just so fragmented these days. You got Sirius XM, you've got terrestrial radio, you've got Spotify, you've got Pandora, you've got, they're just spread out over so many different mediums. It's hard to reach the masses anymore, so you got to scream just a little bit louder to get everybody's attention, or figure out some way to get everybody's attention. And whether it's just an incredible song or whether it's an incredible live show or a combination of both. And we've been very blessed to be able to keep screaming loud enough and making enough music that people are digging and getting behind. We just keep churning it out.
You mentioned your live shows. I think that's what everybody really gets turned on to when they see a Jackyl show. How do you put that much energy into a show and do it year after year?
Well, because I just remind myself before I go out there that I could be pouring concrete today. So it puts it all in perspective. So I'm very blessed to be able to go and do what we do.
Hey, I want to talk about the new album in just a moment, but not only in the band are you involved in, but you're everywhere, it seems like, recently in the past maybe 5 to 10 years, doing many other things. How do you have time to do all this stuff?
Well, it's all synergetic, we drink a lot of liquor, so I might as well just make a lot of liquor for us to drink. And so I got the Jesse James bourbon and the Full Throttle Saloon moonshine, and those things are doing really great. We just did 100,000 cases of the Jesse James bourbon, this past year, which is a huge accomplishment for a baby brand, and people are really digging, the bourbon and the Full Throttle moonshine. They're both really great tasting drinks, and then I was blessed to be able to create a TV show called Full Throttle Saloon that I executive produced that, and years before I executive produced a TV show called Two-A-Days on MTV about a fanatical high school football program, and I've done several pay-per-views that I've produced, and it's not rocket science. It's just a matter of managing expectations. And if you can do that, you can make stuff happen.
Yeah, and just keeping your name out there, too, and people find out about you and they say, hey, we want to get you on board, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, let's talk about the Full Throttle Saloon just for a second. Of course, last year you had the loss of that, but now it's back up. And I know it's still kind of in its infancy stage getting back, but what was it like going back there this year for Sturgis with some of the new digs that you had?
Well, in less than a year's time, I got to really give it to my partner Michael. He did an amazing job with rebounding, because it was, that was his baby that burnt to the ground.
Right.
It was my baby too, but it really all came out of his head, and so, it was the creation of it. But we are back. We're back up and running, and we've got a campground now called the Pappy Hoel campground, Pappyhoel campground, and it's on the same property as the Full Throttle Saloon. And so I encourage everybody, whether you ride a motorcycle or don't, go to PappyHoelCampground.com and check out, what we have there. We have an Olympic-sized swimming pool that has a hell of a party every day out there. Belly flop contest, bikini contest, all kind of crazy stuff every single day. We've got entertainment out there. We've got a rock star bartender doing their dance stuff. We've got a full-blown grocery store. We've got an all-you-can-eat buffet. We've got camp. We've got cabins. We've got campsites. We've got full RV hookups. And then on top of all of it, we got the Full Throttle Saloon sitting right there. So I encourage everybody to go make your plans for next August to be with us. At the 77th rally at the Full Throttle Saloon, and stay at the Pappy Hoel Campground.
That's awesome, and you have some unbelievable bands that play there that whole week too, don't you?
Oh, we always have great. This last year we had Zach Wild, we had Seven Dust, and then we had Ted Nugent. We had, of course, Jackyl. We had we have a big variety of entertainment, and it's just going to get bigger and better.
That's very cool. Hey, let's talk about the new album, ROWYCO. It is out now. I actually got my copy the other day. I gave it a listen, and I'm like, classic Jackyl, rocking hard, and it was a lot of fun. Talk about that album this year.
Well, I think it's the thickest sounding record production-wise we've ever recorded. It's really, really a fat sound, and very, very proud of it. And we've put a lot into those songs, and we road tested those songs. And we're playing about almost half the record out on the live show now, so it's going really great. People are enjoying it, and that's what it's all about: having some new music to sink your teeth into. And I pronounce it Rallyco. Of course, you can figure out what it stands for, but we've got a new offering, and I encourage people to go check it out and get it on iTunes or Best Buy or Walmart or wherever you get it, Amazon, whatever it takes. Just FYE, whatever stores you have up there, just go get it.
Well, the latest song we're spinning here on the airwaves is Rally, and boy, does it just catch you right away. You can't stop singing it right at the very end. You got to go rally, rally, rally. It's catchy.
It is a catchy tune, but I think they're all. We got every song on the album's got its place.
Absolutely, it does. It does. Hey, what's the future hold for Jackyl? You guys getting back out on tour? I know you were just through Minnesota here, but what's kind of the touring schedule for you coming up?
We just came off the road day before yesterday, and then I'm leaving out tomorrow, going to Ocean City, Maryland, work our way back down through Tennessee and across over into Missouri. And we're just out playing. We got a pretty full schedule. They're actually about to put a bunch of new tour dates up on Jackyl.com. That'll take us all the way till December the 12th.
Awesome. And of course, you've been to Minnesota many times. What do you like the most about coming to Minnesota to play?
Well, people up there, they work for a living and they bust their ass, 40, 50 hours a week or more. And when they get time to jam, they do it so hard and honest and proud. And, we've never had a bad show up there. And it's not about coming to see a Jackyl show. It's about coming to be part of it. So people in Minnesota and Jackyl, we go together like pretzels and beer.
Last question I got to ask you. I always ask this when I ask an artist. If you had to pick anybody to cover a Jackyl song, anybody out there, any artist, who would you like to cover a Jackyl song, and what song would you like them to cover?
I'd go back and I'd love to hear Steve Marriott.
Yeah.
From Humble Pie. I'd like to have heard him sing Like I Stand Alone. That would have been great,
Yeah.
Or When Will It Rain? One of those two.
Yeah. How about a current artist right now? Anybody out there that you might want to do a Jackyl song? Any genre too.
That's a good question, but I'll be honest with you, I don't even. I can't. The guys in Blackberry Smoke are good buddies of mine, and I like to hear them. I'd like to hear them maybe do something like "Just Because I'm Drunk Don't Mean You're Right" or something like that. That'd be fun.
I like that. Hey, Jesse, I know you're a very busy guy. Thanks so much for taking some time and telling us your story and what you're doing. Okay.
Man, you have a great day. It's good to talk to you. Okay.
Thank you so much. Once again, that is Jesse James Dupree. He's from the band Jackyl. Their latest song is Rally. You're hearing it right now. It's on The Dark. It's on FM 94.